Welcome back to Horoscope TV.
Yeah.
We are so glad you were here with us today.
We really are.
Because if you are Gemini, well, this episode is custom tailored exactly for you.
Completely for you.
Yeah, we are looking specifically at the week of April 13 to April 19, 2026. And, you really need to tune in and listen closely to this one.
Oh, absolutely. It is a huge week.
Exactly. This week brings just, huge sweeping changes to your life. The astrological charts are lining up to offer you an incredible amount of power.
So much power.
Right. We are talking about a totally fresh start and a very fast-moving mind. But to get the most out of this massive energy, you absolutely must know how to stay calm and use it wisely.
Because if you don't stay calm, things can get messy.
Yeah. It's like, imagine driving a bright red sports car down an open highway at, 150 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
The windows are down, the radio is turned all the way up, and you feel completely invincible. But there's a catch.
There's always a catch.
Right. You are driving blindfolded, and you have absolutely no idea that there is a massive concrete wall waiting for you just a few miles down the road.
That is a scary picture, honestly.
It is. But that is exactly the kind of energy the universe is handing you this week. If you just hit the gas pedal without looking ahead, you're going to crash right into that wall.
And that is why we are here, to take off the blindfold.
Exactly. So we are looking closely at the astrological charts to give you a clear map of what to expect in love, money, work, and your health.
Because the charts for this week show a sky that is completely loaded with fire and action.
Just pure fire.
Yeah. The entire story of this week is a push and pull. It is a mix between unbelievable speed and very heavy reality.
So if you understand the map of the stars ahead of time, you stop being a passenger in that blindfolded car.
Right. You put your hands firmly on the steering wheel.
I love that. So let's just jump right in. I am looking at the general sky for the week, and the sheer amount of planetary action happening right around April 15 is kind of staggering.
It really is. It's a massive day.
On April 15th, we see the planet Mercury moving right into the zodiac sign of Aries.
Yes, and that is a huge deal for a Gemini.
Right, because Mercury is your ruling planet. Right.
Right.
It's the planet that controls how you talk, how you process information, and basically how your mind works.
Exactly.
And Aries is pure fire. It is the spark that starts the flame. So, what actually happens to a Gemini's brain when their ruling planet suddenly catches fire?
Well, it is like someone takes your brain and plugs it directly into a high-voltage electrical socket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mercury moving into Aries means your thoughts are no longer just floating around like normal. They are rushing forward.
Like a fast river.
Right. You are going to have great ideas popping up out of nowhere, and they will come with a huge sense of urgency.
So you feel like you have to do it right that second.
Exactly. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is the sign of the warrior, the sign of starting things very fast without asking for permission.
Wow, okay.
So when your ruling planet is in that sign, your filter completely disappears.
You just say whatever comes to mind.
Yes, you will think of something brilliant, and you will want to say it or act on it that exact second. You will not have the patience to wait around for anyone else to catch up to your thought process.
And what's crazy is that the charts show that on that exact same day, April 15th, the moon also enters Aries.
Oh, yeah. That is the kicker.
Because if Mercury handles the thinking part of us, the moon handles the feeling part, right?
That is correct.
It rules our emotions and our inner comfort zone. So having both of these in Aries on the exact same day, it feels like throwing a bucket of gasoline on a fire that is already burning.
You are absolutely correct to look at it that way. The moon entering Aries on the same day acts like a double shot of pure, unmixed energy for you.
A double shot. That sounds exhausting.
Well, it is one thing to have fast thoughts. It is another thing entirely to have your emotions scream at you to act on those thoughts right now.
So the feelings and the thoughts are teaming up.
Exactly. When the moon is in Aries, your emotional comfort actually comes from taking immediate action. If you try to sit still on the 15th, you are going to feel incredibly anxious.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
Right, because your feelings and your thoughts are pointing in the exact same direction, yelling, go, go, go. You will feel an intense push to handle things, to speak your mind, and just charge ahead.
Which sets the stage perfectly for what happens just 2 days later.
Yes, the 17th.
Because on April 17, there's a new moon in Aries.
Big event.
Right. Everything we just talked about, the fast thoughts, the emotional push to act out, it all seems to lead right to this point.
It does. It all builds up to the new moon.
And the astro data tells us that a new moon is the most important event of the week because it acts as a fresh start. It is a chance to plant new seeds and begin new projects.
It's a complete reset.
But, I have a hard time picturing this.
Why is that?
Well, if the new moon is all about jumping in and planting new seeds, how does that actually work when your mind is moving 100 miles a minute?
Ah, I see what you mean.
Because planting seeds sounds peaceful,
Yeah.
like digging a little hole in a quiet garden. This Aries energy does not sound peaceful at all.
That is a really great point. So, astrologically, a new moon is mathematically when the sun and the moon are in the exact same spot in the sky.
Right, so it makes the night sky completely dark.
Yes. It represents a blank page. The universe is handing you a completely empty notebook and asking, what do you want to build next?
Okay, I like that image.
But you are right. For a Gemini this week, planting a seed does not look like quiet gardening.
Not at all.
Because of all this Aries fire around you, planting a seed feels more like throwing handfuls of seeds out the window of a moving train.
Just tossing them everywhere.
Exactly. Your ideas are so bright and your mind is so fast that you might genuinely want to start 5 different massive projects all at the exact same time.
Which is very Gemini anyway, honestly.
Yes, it is. You will feel a very strong excitement, a real rush of hope that absolutely anything is possible.
But you can't do 5 projects at once.
No, you can't. The challenge is figuring out which of those seeds you actually want to water because you simply cannot water all of them.
And we're going to need to figure that out super fast because then we hit April 19th.
Yes, Sunday the 19th.
And this is where the story takes a very sharp turn. On April 19th, Mars meets Saturn.
This is the heavy reality we talked about.
Right. Mars is the planet of action, the engine that drives us forward. But Saturn is the planet of rules, responsibility, and limits.
Saturn is the strict teacher.
Yeah, so the charts are telling you to slow down, to be responsible with your big plans.
To finally hit the brakes.
Right. The universe gives you incredible power early in the week, but by the 19th, it demands that you use it wisely and stay very calm.
Which is hard for a Gemini.
Super hard.
Yeah.
This brings me back to the sports car analogy. You are flying down the highway on the 15th and 17th with the wind in your hair and big ideas in your head.
Enjoying the speed.
But then on the 19th, you hit a massive traffic jam.
A total standstill.
So, if the new moon on the 17th is pushing us to jump in and start new things, how do we stop ourselves from completely burning out when Mars and Saturn force us to hit the brakes just 2 days later?
Well, it is actually worse than just a traffic jam.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, it is a traffic jam when your foot is still slammed down on the gas pedal.
Oh, that sounds like a disaster.
Because Mars does not want to stop. Mars wants to keep pushing, but Saturn is a solid wall of concrete. The friction between those two planets is exactly what causes burnout if you do not understand what the charts are trying to tell you.
So how do we avoid that burnout?
To avoid burning out, you have to expect the breaks. Saturn is not just trying to ruin your fun.
It just feels like it sometimes.
It does. But Saturn is actually like a master builder. It demands hard work and structure.
Okay, so it wants us to build things that last.
Exactly. Think of the 15th and 17th as the time for brainstorming. Let the wild ideas flow. Let yourself get excited. Start the engine.
Write everything in the notebook.
Yes. But keep it in the back of your mind that Sunday the 19th is the day to pick just one of those wild ideas and do the actual heavy lifting to make it real.
So it's about narrowing it down.
Right. Mars meeting Saturn on the 19th is the universe handing you the tools to build a strong foundation. You avoid burnout by not fighting the brakes.
Just accept that it's time to work.
Yes. When the universe tells you to slow down and be responsible, you just take a deep breath, pull the car over, and start looking at the details.
Wow, okay. So if this Aries energy is making our minds race and pushing us to act impulsively early in the week, I have to imagine it is going to have a massive impact on our jobs and our bank accounts.
Oh, huge impact.
Let us look at exactly how this fast energy will play out at work and with your money this week.
The career charts are fascinating right now.
The work charts really tell a very interesting story. It all starts on April 13 when Mars meets Neptune.
A very dreamy connection.
Yeah, because Neptune is the planet of dreams, illusions, and the imagination, right?
Exactly.
When the planet of action meets the planet of dreams, it feels like our daily work routine is suddenly painted in bright colors.
It is a beautiful start to the week. Mars is your personal engine. It is what gets you out of bed in the morning.
And Neptune.
Neptune is the fog, the dream world, the deepest wishes of your heart. When they connect on the 13th, your engine is suddenly fueled by your fantasies instead of just logic.
So you're not just thinking about spreadsheets.
Not at all. You will feel incredibly creative. You will feel deeply inspired to chase your true dreams at your job.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, you might find yourself sitting at your desk, looking out the window, and just daydreaming about what your absolute perfect career looks like.
You want something more.
Exactly. You will not just want a paycheck on the 13th. You will want meaning. You will want your work to reflect your soul.
Well, I'm looking at the next day, April 14th, and the energy changes from a soft dream into a really sharp shock.
A very sharp shock.
Because Mercury connects to Uranus. And Uranus is the planet of sudden surprises and flashes of genius.
The Great Awakener.
Yeah. The charts show that you will have sudden, brilliant ideas that will seriously impress your boss or your clients.
It's incredible energy for problem solving.
It feels like a lightning bolt lighting up a completely dark room.
That is a great way to describe it.
Like 1 minute, you are just doing your normal work, drinking your coffee, and the next minute, boom.
You have the answer.
Right. You know exactly how to solve a big problem at the office that everyone else has been stuck on for weeks.
Uranus acts like a higher version of Mercury.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if Mercury is your everyday thinking, like how you write an email, Uranus is cosmic genius. Uranus brings sudden changes that you simply cannot plan for.
Okay, so it just arrives.
Yes.
Right.
As a Gemini, you are naturally very smart and quick-witted, but on the 14th, because of this connection, your brain is operating on a totally different level.
Like a supercomputer.
Exactly. The answers just arrive in your mind fully formed, and what is really beautiful about this timeline is how it links to the days that follow.
Because of the 15th.
Right. Because of that lightning bolt idea on the 14th, when Mercury enters fiery Aries on the 15th, you're going to speak with massive confidence in all of your meetings.
Because you know you're right.
Yes. You will have the brilliant idea, and you will also have the bold courage to say it out loud in front of everyone.
Which leads right into the fresh start of the new moon on April 17th.
The perfect setup.
The charts say this new moon is the perfect time to launch a new business project or officially ask for a promotion.
It really is.
It makes perfect sense when you map it out. On the 13th, you dreamed about a better job. On the 14th, you had the genius idea to fix a problem.
Right.
On the 15th, you spoke up about it. So by the 17th, the table is totally set.
You have done the prep work?
Yeah, you have the confidence, you have the proof, and the 17th is the day you actually make the big move and ask for what you want.
But then...
Right, but again, that heavy, serious energy returns. On April 19, Mars meets Saturn in your work charts.
The reality check.
The fast ride stops, and the universe demands that you be ready to work hard and prove you are a reliable worker.
Because you cannot just talk a big game and then walk away. That is the ultimate lesson of Saturn.
You have to follow through.
Exactly. If you ask for that promotion on the 17th, your boss might look at you and say yes. But on the 19th, they will hand you a giant stack of difficult paperwork and say, okay, prove to me that you deserve it.
Oh man, that sounds stressful.
Mars and Saturn want to see your physical effort. They want to see that you are responsible enough to carry the weight of your own brilliant ideas.
It's true. Ideas are easy.
Right. It is easy to have a genius idea. It is very hard to execute it day after day. The 19th is when the real work actually begins.
Okay, so if the work week is a journey from big dreams to hard work, the money side of the charts is just as wild.
The money chart is very interesting this week.
On April 13, there's a very lucky connection between Venus and Jupiter.
Two of the best planets to have together.
Venus is the planet that loves money, beauty, and nice things, right?
Yes, the planet of luxury.
And Jupiter is the planet of good luck and expansion. It makes everything it touches bigger. So this connection brings a very nice surprise to your wallet.
A very pleasant surprise.
We are talking about like a small bonus at work, finding a $20 bill in your old winter jacket, or maybe getting a really nice gift from a good friend.
It is just a happy, lucky day for your money.
But the charts give a very clear warning. Do not spend it all at once.
And that warning is absolutely crucial.
Why is that?
Because Jupiter makes things bigger, including your desire to enjoy life. And Venus simply loves beautiful, shiny things.
So they just want you to shop.
Yes. So when you get that surprise cash on the 13th, your very first thought as a Gemini might be to go out and buy something really fun, flashy, and completely unnecessary.
Like expensive shoes you don't need.
Right. You will feel wealthy, even if it is just a small bonus. The feeling of abundance will make you want to celebrate.
Okay. But we analyze the movement of the planets as the week goes on. And that joyful spending energy changes extremely fast.
It changes completely.
Yes, it really does. By April 16th, Mars connects to Pluto, and Pluto is the planet of deep power, transformation, and intense focus.
Pluto does not play around.
No, it doesn't. The charts show this brings a powerful urge to rebuild your budget. You will want to find hidden ways to save more cash.
And then the very next day.
Right, on April 17, the moon moves into Taurus. And Taurus is an earth sign focused entirely on lasting security, true value, and slow, steady growth.
Very grounded energy.
The charts say you need to keep your bank account completely safe from fast tricks and risky bets.
Yes, no gambling this week.
But I have to ask you about this timeline because it's a bit confusing.
Okay, sure.
The charts show we get a nice money surprise on the 13th, but by the 16th, we are intensely rebuilding our budget and focusing on deep security.
Right.
Did we spend that bonus too fast on the 13th? Or is the astro data just giving us a wake-up call to get serious about our future before we make a mistake?
Well, honestly, it is entirely possible that some Geminis will spend that money way too fast on the 13th, feel a massive rush of regret, and then totally panic by the 16th.
That sounds like a tough lesson.
It is. But if you are listening to this right now, you have the advantage of knowing the map ahead of time.
So we can avoid the panic.
Exactly. So for you, it is the astro data giving you a wake-up call to get serious early. Pluto is like a deep excavator.
Digging up the truth.
Right. When Mars and Pluto connect on the 16th, it creates an obsession with having real control. You get a sudden urge to be truly powerful with your money.
Not just flashy.
No, you realize that true power is not just having cash to buy a nice dinner tonight. True power is having a safe, secure bank account that protects you tomorrow.
Wow, that's a big shift in mindset.
It is. And when the moon moves into Taurus on the 17th, that earth energy is very slow, very heavy, and very grounded.
It closed the mind down.
It acts as a massive anchor for your fast Gemini mind. It makes you look at your money and say, I am done playing games. I want to build something that lasts.
Getting serious about what truly matters is not just for your bank account either.
Not at all.
This week, the stars are pushing you to look at your heart and your relationships with that exact same intense focus.
Love is a big theme right now.
Let us look at love, romance, and who your best matches are for the week. The emotional journey you are going to take with your partners is quite a ride.
A real roller coaster.
It starts beautifully on April 13 with that same lucky link between Venus and Jupiter.
Because Venus rules love.
Right. Venus rules love just as much as it rules money. So this connection brings deep joy and warm feelings to your romantic life.
It is a great day for romance.
If you are a single Gemini, the charts point to this as a fantastic day to meet someone who shares your dreams.
Venus and Jupiter together create a feeling of wide-open optimism in your heart.
You just feel hopeful.
Yes, you will feel generous with your love. You will want to laugh, share stories, and just connect with people who make you feel good about the future.
So it's very social.
Extremely social. For single Geminis, you are giving off a very warm, inviting light on the 13th. People will be naturally drawn to your positive energy. It is a day where love feels easy, simple, and full of big promises.
But love is not always easy.
Rarely, actually.
And the charts show a bumpy moment a few days later. On April 16th, the sun meets Chiron in Aries.
Ah, Chiron.
Chiron is known in the charts as the wounded healer.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's its title.
It represents the deep cuts we carry and our ability to heal them. The charts say an old hurt might come up to the surface today, but it gives you a chance to heal completely.
It is a difficult but necessary day.
I think about this like cleaning out a small cut.
How do you mean?
Well, if you get a cut on your hand and just cover it up with a bandage, it might get infected and get worse.
Right, you have to clean it.
When you finally take the bandage off and pour the medicine on it, it stings like crazy for a second. But that sting is the only way it actually heals right.
That is the absolute perfect way to understand Chiron.
It stings, but it works.
Exactly. Healing is very rarely a comfortable process because the bright sun is shining a massive spotlight directly onto Chiron in the sign of Aries. This old hurt is almost certainly connected to your sense of independence, your courage, or your fast-moving energy.
Because Aries is all about that bold energy.
Yes, Aries is bold and Gemini is quick. Maybe a past partner made you feel bad for being too energetic.
Oh, like telling you to calm down all the time.
Right. Maybe someone you loved told you that your fast, brilliant ideas were silly or unrealistic, and that memory stuck with you and made you play small.
That happens so often.
On the 16th, that specific memory or that feeling of being judged might pop back up and sting you. You might feel a sudden wave of self-doubt.
But we can fix it this time.
Yes. Because you have so much powerful, fiery energy surrounding you this week, you do not have to hide from it. You can finally look at that hurt and realize it does not control you anymore.
You can stand up for yourself.
You can say to yourself, my ideas are great, and my fast energy is a gift, not a burden. You wash out the cut, you let it sting, and then it heals for good.
And right after that sting, the universe brings the exact medicine you need to soothe your heart.
Perfect timing.
On April 17th, the moon enters Taurus. In your love life, Taurus energy means you want to slow down.
Just breathe.
You will want to enjoy simple physical comforts with your partner. You won't want to talk about big, complicated emotional theories.
No heavy conversations.
Right. You will just want to sit on the couch together, eat a really good, warm meal, or simply hold hands in silence. The charts remind you to stay honest and speak your truth clearly so that love can grow stronger.
That Taurus moon on the 17th is such a blessing for a Gemini this week.
It sounds so relaxing.
After the incredibly fast pace of your thoughts, the bold ideas at work, and the emotional sting of healing an old wound on the 16th, Taurus steps in and says, just relax. Be here right now in the physical world.
Leave the mind behind for a minute.
Yes. Taurus rules the five senses. It wants you to taste good food, smell nice flowers, and feel the comfort of a soft blanket.
Sounds like a perfect date night.
It really is a day for simple affection. If you are in a relationship, do not try to plan a wild adventure on the 17th. Just focus on being physically present with the person you care about.
Now, knowing how wild this week is, we need to look at who you should be spending your time with.
Matchups are very important right now.
Your best match for this highly active week is Libra.
A fantastic match.
The charts show that you and Libra share a beautiful energy right now. They understand you perfectly.
I really do.
When the new moon arrives on April 17 and you feel that deep, fiery need to start fun adventures and chase your big ideas, Libra will be right there cheering you on.
Libra is an air sign, exactly like you, Gemini.
So you speak the same language.
Yes. Because you share the same element, you speak the exact same language. Libra does not get overwhelmed or frightened by the speed of your thoughts.
They can keep up.
They know how to handle your intense passion without feeling scared or worried that you are losing your mind.
Which is nice when everyone else is telling you to calm down.
Exactly. You can share your wildest, most massive ideas with a Libra this week, and instead of telling you to be realistic, they will add their own creative spark to your ideas to make them even better.
They feed the fire safely.
Spending time with a Libra partner or a Libra friend this week will make you feel confident, happy, and deeply appreciated for who you really are. They reflect your best qualities right back at you.
That sounds exactly like what a Gemini needs when they are healing old hurts and starting huge new projects.
It's the perfect support system.
But there is a very strict warning in the charts. Your worst match for this very busy week is Virgo.
Yes, avoid Virgo energy right now.
The strong, fiery energy in the sky makes you want to move super fast and take big risks. But Virgo is an earth sign that just wants to stay safe and follow the rules.
You want to plan.
Right. So on April 15, when your mind is racing and your Mercury filter is completely gone, your direct, blunt way of speaking might easily hurt Virgo's very sensitive feelings.
This is a classic, painful clash of energy.
Because you're just moving too fast for them.
Yes. Virgo is focused on details, logic, caution, and making sure everything is perfectly safe before making a single move.
And Gemini is not doing that this week.
No.
Yeah.
This week, you are mostly running on fire and air. You want to jump off the cliff and figure out how to build a parachute on the way down.
Exactly.
But Virgo wants to check the safety equipment of the parachute 3 times, read the manual, and then decide not to jump at all.
Oh man, that would drive a Gemini crazy.
It will. When Virgo tries to slow you down to their cautious pace, it will only make you feel deeply angry and trapped. Your speeds are completely mismatched.
The charts say it is much better to keep a polite, friendly distance from Virgo energy right now, because trying to mix your fast fire with their slow caution will only cause silly fights and a lot of unnecessary stress.
It is just not worth the argument.
But, you know, I have to wonder about this dynamic.
What's on your mind?
If Libra is our best match, because they cheer on our wild ideas and add to the fire, is there a danger that we get entirely too wild together without a careful Virgo around to keep us safe? Like, a Virgo might be annoying this week, but don't we need them to stop us from crashing the car? Or is this week just meant to be lived fast?
That is a very brilliant question to ask.
Thank you.
Under normal circumstances, yes, having a Virgo friend or partner is fantastic for keeping a Gemini grounded and stopping them from flying away like a balloon.
They bring you back to Earth.
Right. But when we analyze the specific astro data for this week, it tells us something very different.
Which is,
You actually need to experience the wild, fast energy of the Aries new moon. You need to stretch your wings and test your own limits.
so no safety net.
If you have Virgo energy pulling you down and making you doubt yourself this week, you will completely miss out on the fresh start the universe is offering.
So they would hold you back too much.
Yes. Libra gives you balance without holding you down. Libra cares deeply about fairness, harmony, and keeping things beautiful.
And so you won't crash with a Libra.
No, you will not fly too close to the sun with a Libra. You'll just fly beautifully. This week is meant to be lived fast, and you are supposed to learn how to handle that speed yourself, at least until the heavy reality of the 19th arrives.
That makes perfect sense. We have to learn how to be our own brakes.
Exactly.
Now, all this wild relationship energy, the emotional healing, the brilliant ideas at work, and living life in the fast lane is going to take a massive toll on your physical body.
People always forget the body when the mind is racing.
Let us look at what the charts say about your health, your energy levels, and some lucky tools you can use to help you get through the week.
This is very important.
Overall, the charts show you have a ton of physical energy, but you must be incredibly careful about how you use it.
It is extremely easy to burn the candle at both ends when your mind is racing as fast as it will be this week.
You just forget to sleep.
Exactly. Your physical body is the vehicle that carries your mind. And if you do not take care of the vehicle, the mind has nowhere to go.
We see a clear warning about this right from the start. On April 13th, the moon enters Pisces.
A very sensitive placement.
The message for your health is simple. Get enough rest and drink plenty of fresh water. It sounds like the most basic advice in the world, but the charts show it is deeply important right now.
It sounds basic, but for a Gemini, remembering to drink water and actually go to sleep can be very difficult when you are excited about an idea.
You just want to keep working.
Right. Pisces is a water sign. In the body, Pisces rules the feet, the lymphatic system, and the immune system.
So it's all about flow and healing.
Yes. When the moon is in Pisces on the 13th, the universe is giving you a quiet, watery moment to prepare your body for the crazy heat and speed that starts on the 15th.
You have to hydrate before the race.
If you go into the 15th dehydrated and exhausted, your fast thoughts are going to turn into nervous anxiety instead of brilliant ideas.
That makes a lot of sense.
Think of the 13th like filling up your gas tank, checking the oil, and washing the windshield before you take that sports car onto the highway.
Then we reach the new moon on April 17th.
The big reset.
The charts say you will feel like you have a brand new body and a brand new spirit.
So much fresh energy.
Because this is a fresh start, it is the perfect day to start a new workout routine or a healthy diet program. You have that pure, fresh energy running through your veins, pushing you to improve yourself.
Exactly. If there is a fitness goal you have been thinking about for a while, the 17th is the day to take the very first step.
Just do it.
Not the day to plan it or read about it, but the day to physically do it. Go for the run, join the gym, buy the healthy food, and cook it.
Use the fire.
Yes. Your body is craving movement, and the Aries energy gives you the courage to try something physically challenging.
But we have to talk about April 19 again.
Mars and Saturn.
Mars meets Saturn. The charts say you need to be very careful with your physical body because pushing yourself too hard on this day will lead to stiff muscles or extreme tiredness.
The body will say no.
You must always stretch your body daily and listen closely to what it tells you. I look at this health timeline like stretching a rubber band.
Oh, that's a good visual.
You can stretch a rubber band really far and snap it back on the new moon on the 17th. But if you pull that rubber band too hard and hold it tight by the 19th, the tension is going to cause it to break.
The rubber band picture explains the tension perfectly.
Because of the two planets fighting.
Right. Astrologically, Saturn rules the bones, the joints, the teeth, and the structure of the human body.
And Mars.
Mars rules the muscles, the blood, and physical action. When Mars and Saturn hit each other on the 19th, it is literally hard, muscular action meeting a solid, bony wall.
Ouch. That sounds painful.
It can be. If you run 10 miles on the 17th because you feel absolutely great, and then try to run another 10 miles on the 19th without stretching, warming up, or resting, your joints will complain very loudly.
Your body will force you to stop.
Yes, your knees might ache or your back might get stiff. The universe is forcing you to honor the physical limits of your body. You simply cannot ignore Saturn.
Well, to help you focus all this intense physical and mental energy, the charts give us some fun, lucky tools to use.
I love these tools.
The color of the week for Gemini is yellow. Specifically, the bright color code #, F-FF00. It is bright, it is bold, and it feels very happy.
It is pure sunshine.
And the lucky numbers the charts highlight for you this week are 3, 7, 16, 23, 29, and 35.
Yellow is a wonderful, powerful color for a Gemini.
Why is that?
In astrological terms, yellow is the color of the active mind, of learning, and of the sun's bright light.
It wakes the brain up.
Wearing bright yellow, putting on a yellow shirt, or even just keeping a bright yellow notebook on your desk to write down your wild ideas helps focus that fast-moving Mercury energy.
It gives it a place to go.
Exactly. It keeps you alert but happy rather than anxious. And those lucky numbers 3, 7, 16, 23, 29, and 35 can be used as gentle guides throughout your week. You do not need to overthink them. Maybe you set your morning alarm for 7:23 a.m. to wake up feeling fresh. Or maybe you schedule your most important work meeting on the 16th to tap into that deep Pluto focus.
Oh, that's clever.
It is simply a way to line up your personal actions with the natural lucky rhythm of the astro charts.
And speaking of dates, the charts point out your two absolutely best dates this week, April 15th and April 19th.
The two biggest days.
Now, I am looking at this and it feels like a serious puzzle.
Why's that?
The charts say our best dates are the 15th, when everything's moving fast, Mercury gives us great ideas, and we feel invincible.
Right.
I completely understand why that is the best date. But the charts also say the 19th is a best date.
Yes, they do.
We just talked about how the 19th is when Mars meets Saturn. We hit the traffic jam, we might get stiff muscles, and we are forced to slow down and do very hard work.
We did say all that.
So how in the world can a day filled with extreme tiredness and heavy responsibility be considered one of our best dates?
It seems like a complete contradiction, doesn't it?
It really does.
Why would a heavy, tiring day be a best day? Well, the reason is that taking real responsibility brings the absolute best, most lasting, long-term rewards.
Because you actually build something.
Exactly. The 15th is a best date because it feels incredibly good in the moment. It is fast, it is fun, and it is exciting. It is a day of inspiration.
But it fades.
Right. But the 19th is a best date because it is a day of creation. It is the day you build your future.
Oh, I see.
When you do the hard work on Sunday the 19th, when you show up and prove to your boss that you are reliable, or when you take the time to stretch your tired muscles and care for your body instead of ignoring it, you are building something real.
You are proving yourself.
The universe deeply respects effort. The feeling of going to bed on the night of the 19th, knowing you handled your business, faced the heavy limits, and acted like a responsible, powerful person is one of the greatest feelings in the world.
That deep satisfaction.
Yes. It is a day of deep satisfaction and pride, not just quick thrills.
Wow. So it is the exact difference between eating a piece of candy and eating a really good, healthy, home-cooked meal.
That is a perfect analogy.
The candy on the 15th gives you a quick rush and it is super fun, but the heavy meal on the 19th actually makes you strong and keeps you alive.
You need both, but the meal is what sustains you.
When we connect all these different parts of your life, the fast action at work, the emotional healing in love, the brilliant financial ideas, and the deep need to respect your physical body, it brings us to the final major lesson for this amazing week.
And it is a powerful lesson. When we step back and look at the entire map we have laid out today, the message for Gemini is incredibly clear.
What's the main takeaway?
You are stepping into a week of massive mental speed and fire. Your mind is going to race with brilliant ideas, especially around your work and how you handle your money.
You have the chance to plant exciting new seeds, start a brand new workout, speak your mind, and impress everyone around you.
A week of pure potential.
But as the charts remind us over and over again, true success will only come if you build slowly at the end of the week.
You must respect the limits.
You have to lock down your budget, honor the limits of your body, and do the hard work when Saturn demands it.
Embrace the wildfire of Aries early on. Let your mind run fast. But you must also welcome the solid earth of Taurus and the firm, heavy rules of Saturn later in the week.
So use the brakes.
Do not fight the brakes when they appear. Use them to safely park your shiny new sports car in a secure garage so you can drive it again tomorrow.
That is amazing advice. You have the incredible power to plant completely new seeds in your life this week. You have fresh, blank page to work with.
A beautiful opportunity.
But before you decide what shiny new things you want to grow, maybe the real question you need to ask yourself is, what old, heavy habits are you finally ready to leave behind in the dirt?
That is the real work right there.
It really is. Well, thank you so much for listening to the episode on Horoscope TV. We hope this forecast helps you navigate your week with confidence, power, and wisdom.
We wish you the best week ahead.
Please make sure to subscribe to the show right now so you can get notified the exact moment the next episode is available. Take care, drive safe,
Yep.
and we will see you next time.